What is the cost of lies? It's not that we'll mistake them for the truth. The real danger is that if we hear enough lies, then we no longer recognize the truth at all.
Why would I have anything to say to you? All you do is lie.
What else is left but to abandon even the hope of truth and content ourselves instead with stories?
It's the role of good journalism to take on powerful abuses. And when powerful abuses are taken on, there is always a back reaction.
Take an animal virus and you increase its transmissibility to humans, right. You're saying that's not gain of function?
That is correct. And Senator Paul, you do not know what you are talking about, quite frankly. And I want to say that officially.
When you report fake news, which CNN does a lot, you are the enemy of the people. Go ahead.
What I care about is the reality of goodness, not the perception of it. And what I see all over the place is people who care about looking good while doing evil. Fuck them. Okay?
Welcome back, everyone. It's Monday night. You know what that means? It's time for another Habbening TV. Fucking still having audio problems. No impression tonight. Sorry about that, bros. Very, very professional. This, of course, is the kind of professionalism that you have come to expect from this kind of new show, right? Like sleek, lean, sharp like a razor. You know, things are getting pretty weird. I got to say, I don't know if any of you saw fucking Starmer recently, mate. Oh my God, he's just looking like he's got this constant deer in the headlights kind of thing going on, right? He was like meeting with Trump. Trump is, he's in the UK. He's here to drop some truth bombs. Don't mention the Epstein files. I'm glad to get away from all that bullshit. And Starmer's just like, everything's, yes, I am absolutely, in charge and in control. He just looks frightened, mate, right? Like, the man who bit off more than he could chew. I mean, to be fair, right, you know, he probably thought to himself, oh, being the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, how hard can it possibly be? All I really need to do is say nice things to the banks and make sure that human rights legislation is well looked after and the country basically runs itself. Well, no, it does not fucking run itself. Turns out, everyone's really, really pissed off, right? You know, for no reason whatsoever, right? You know, it's probably the far-rightists, right? You know, the conspiracy theorists, the racists, you know, all those people running around with their shaved heads and tattoos and, you know, just, you know, stirring up trouble, right? The normal people, the nice people, right? The compliant people, right? The proper citizens, right? Not those who have no place in our society, of which I suspect there are probably a few in the chat, right? And if there are any of the people who have no place in our society, in our chat, right? Well, you know, what are you doing here? This chat is part of society. Of course, it's never really explained, like, what happens when the number of people who have no place in our society starts to grow to a critical mass. Do they make their own society, right? I mean, you shuffle them all off to the gulag, right? Like, you know, no, and it's never thought. It was always assumed that the number of people who have no place in our society was just a small fraction. But oh no, bros, it's all going wrong. It's all going wrong. There are tons of protests going on in the UK at the moment. So many, in fact, I literally can't keep track of them, right? Like, you'd need like a sort of a full-on researcher just to keep track of them all. There've been more protests in Epping, Aldershot, some other place, you know, outside London, places out, and of course some in London as well, because of that new hotel they throw up in Canary Wharf. Now, of course, the government is doing everything it can to deal with these protests, right? Aside from actually addressing the grievances of the people who are protesting, obviously, right? Because that's off the table, right? They have, however, mobilized a crack team of Antifa-adjacent glowies to go over there and stir up trouble, right? I mean, you know, it's really the most that they can do, right? It's not like they can address the grievances of the people who are protesting. It's not like they can stop mass immigration, even if they wanted to, right? So, you know, the only thing really they can do is splurge more money on censorship and stuff. And speaking of censorship, the new UK Online Security Act, Online Harms Bill, you know, the gayness bill, the online gayness bill, right, has come into force. Yeah, well, I'm very, very happy about that, as you can imagine. So far, the only impact that it seems to have basically had is to cause a massive spike in VPN sign-ups, as every man and their dog basically buys a VPN to get around the restrictions. Twitter has been basically complying with it. So if you're on Twitter and you're coming from a UK IP, now there's a bunch of stuff that you won't be able to see. Really, you know, important stuff. I was trying to get footage of the trade deal negotiations between Ursula von der Leyen and Donald J. Trump. And I was informed that this media could not be viewed in the UK because it's harmful and they haven't verified my age yet. How do you verify your age? It doesn't. No one knows, right? It's all a massive clusterfuck. Now you might be saying to yourself, well, what's the use of this act if people are just going to use VPNs? Well, don't worry. Don't worry. The government's on it. Allegedly, they're going to start looking at banning VPNs soon, right? So instead of just being figuratively like China, we will soon be literally like China. Yay. Fuck this country. Oh, God damn it. And, and of course, right, like, they're blocking like protest footage and all this kind of other stuff. It is a shameful grab to try and maintain the narrative and stop protests while, of course, doing absolutely nothing to stop the grievances that are driving the protests because, fuck you, basically, right? And our third story tonight, what is our third story tonight? Oh, yes. So Trump is in the UK. He's landed at his palatial palace and golf resort in Scotland. He's been taking guests there, right? Like, it says a lot about how much power the United States has accrued, right? That not only Starmer had to basically go up to Trump's Scottish residence, right, to sort of, treat with him like he's some kind of king, but even Ursula von der Leyen had to get out of her ivory tower in Brussels and come over to Scotland. They agreed a massive trade deal. Which is very, very bad for the EU. Well, I mean, obviously the EU, they like to think of themselves as much better than the Americans. Much, much better than the Americans. After all, in the EU, you're not allowed to own guns, and we are ruled by communists, which automatically makes us better than the Americans, with their quaint notions of freedom of speech. Everybody knows that only uncivilized countries still believe in a freedom of speech, yeah. So yeah, and so I guess we're going to see like where all of that goes. But basically, the EU is now fucked. The Ukraine war is pretty much definitively lost. It's all over, but for the crying, right? Like you will see people coping and seething. Oh, excuse me. Oh, God damn it! More sad in my nose. You will see people coping and seething. And being like, oh no, bros, the Ukrainians can still win it. No, they can't, right? Like it is inevitable, right? Like it might not have ended the terminal phase yet, but it is over. Now, the EU, of course, has to go to war with Russia. Why? Shut the fuck up, you racist. Don't ask such questions. We have to, because Putin and World War II and, right? Like, so the EU is about to basically transition to a war economy, and to do that, they need cheaper energy. Well, they need energy, right? Because they just don't fucking have any, right? So the US is now going to sell them insane amounts of liquid natural gas to, make the European economy work so they can gear up for a war economy so they can go to war with Russia. Yay. How is this going to benefit the EU? Shut the fuck up, you racist. Stop asking those kinds of questions. We have to. Oh, it's just so fucking retarded. Anyway, that's what we're covering tonight. Let's say hello to everybody in the chat. On Rumble, we have Teabag Therapist. Good to see you, man. Full Short, Rat Fun King, Sede Sapiente, Livia Drusilla. Great to see you, Livia. Who else we got? Yes, the Eunuch. Of course, I will be on Discord and Dragons tonight. Come check it out. It should be fun. Ardent Party, Mikey Bikey, Captain Crisps, anybody else? I think that's everybody. Oh, and Total Blackout Painting, of course. Great to see you, mate. I miss the US so fucking badly. On YouTube, we have Cyberchud Internal Affairs. Good to see you, Sir Chud. Araking Green Moon, Robert Verlinden, 007, Sar, Otto Stormheart, Mercy Choke. That's a fun name. Sunny Jim, good to see you, Sunny Jim. Schrodinger's Gaffney, good to see you, mate. Yeah, sorry about all the sound mute. Thank you so much, guys. James Cole, Professor J Volts. That's a really long name. I'm not reading all of that. And the Shade Master. And on Odyssey, we have just Yiz and Total Blackout Painting, double fisting it. I believe, though, we actually have a super chat from MK. He must have sent it during the week. 420 random donations are random. Thank you very much, MK. If you're not in the chat and you catch this later, your super chat will not go unacknowledged. Right, today's meme. Oh, imposter of the vent. I presume this is like a variation of the tank in the lake meme. Your natural rights. What is your wisdom? Your natural rights are being sold to you as privileges by those who wish to control you. Deep. Okay, right. So let's get on with the news, shall we? This sort of secondary supplementary meme. This is an actual comic from one of the UK daily papers, right? About the migration protests, right? And you can see here the dreaded far right. Look at him there, the far right chud. He's got a shaved head and he's got like tattoos and you know, probably like Nazi ideals. He's basically the EDL, you know, or as we like to call it, the English and Israeli Defense League. That's literally what they were called when they were started. I'm not making that up. So, you know, although, right, some of these people might, you know, be protesting in good faith, they must always watch for the lurking or the far rightists, the far right footballers underground. The thing is, right, I've literally not seen anyone who looks like this at the protests, apart from the Antifa thugs. But, you know, look, don't let truth get in the way of a good narrative, obviously. So, there have been like many of these protests like kicking off. Let's check out a bit of footage. This is from Norwich. Look at all those far-right racists there. I don't know, man. They kind of just look like ordinary people. Shut up! They're not ordinary people! How dare you! They're all far-right racists! Only racists, of course, would not want their children to be molested by various migrants, right? Like, how dare you? How dare you? Don't you know that diversity demands the sacrifice of young blood? I think this is also from Norwich. I haven't been to any of these places, mate, because I barely fucking get outside of London. We were going to go and then a fucking car died, so womp. Check it out.
Yeah, I'm freelance. I just sell my food.
This, of course, is the Antifa and Stand Up to Racism faggots. I believe I can, in fact, actually, call them faggots. I mean, they are very against heteronormativity. They support the LGBTQ movement. Really, it shouldn't really be considered a slur, right? And I'm not using it in that context. They are fine, upstanding faggots here to protest against people angry about their communities being destroyed and their kids being touched up. Truly an excellent cause.
No one is illegal. Power to the people. 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 No one is illegal. Show me.
Yeah, that's enough of that. It's just more like that. What else do we got? This is in Ashfield. Quite a large protest here.
Community is Ashfield. We look after each other. We support each other. We're built of different cultures, different races, different religions. We are all one community. We are not going to stand for the rape of our girls. We're going to protect. We're only against those that do wrong to us in our community, that make our community unsafe. Thank you.
I'm sorry.
So, yeah, it's getting quite sizable. Now, Yiz was saying protests don't work unless power wants them to work. We'll have to start applying pressure like the other client groups if we want real wins. Well, I'm not so sure about that, Yiz. Much of the UK government's strategy thus far was basically attempting to gaslight everybody that it was only a small fringe group of people who were in any way dissatisfied with mass immigration. And this was basically the line that they have been using for the past, probably 20 years by this point, right? Like, and it's now becoming like quite apparent that this isn't true. So in terms of undermining the legitimacy of the government, it is certainly working. But of course, the government's not going to change course. So, you know, now, as I was saying before, the Antifa nonce protectors are always there showing up. Stand Up to Racism seems to have hired private security now, presumably because a number of their sort of paid protesters were feeling a bit uneasy. I mean, it's true, protesting, sort of for migrant child rape is always a bit of a tricky one to get behind. But look, if the money's good, these people will protest anything. And of course, there's a bunch of sort of basically sort of employed glow operatives, who just, this is just basically their job. They just do it all the time. Some of them probably do it for free, for all I know. I don't know.
Right, so now you spoke to Monero in there. Can you also tell me why there's Ukrainian flags, Palestinian flags, all the flags above the fucking country, when there's none of them in here? You don't know what you're out here fighting for. You couldn't cheat, you idiots. You idiots. How many Ukrainians are you going to tell? Say they're Ukrainians. Say they're Palestinians. If you're that confident about Palestine, go to Palestine and support them. Leave our children alone. Leave this support alone. No one wants you.
It's in Seacrop.
You weirdos, man. You
Reinhardt, it's in Seacroft.
So yeah, they're basically at every protest, as I believe Captain Chris was pointing out. A number of people have been doing research on these people, and it's just a small group of people. They basically show up at every single event. You can go to their Twitter accounts and look, if you just, go to Stand Up to Racism's Twitter account, and they're like, oh, we must gather to fight the far right. But there aren't that many of them, and now with simultaneous protests breaking out in lots of different places, they're going to have to get more people to cover them all, right? Of course, it is absolutely important to them that no protest against the migrant attacks on children go unchallenged, right? It's absolutely necessary that Stand Up to Racism are there to present the pro-child rape position. Here you can see them this is in Epping, where things have gotten a bit hairy, and they've just got a shitload of private security. Now, I wonder who's paying for that. Oh, yeah, we are, almost certainly. Great, it's literally like that Palestine meme, my tax dollars, simultaneously also my tax dollars, basically. Refugees are welcome here. It just, I know it sounds a bit low energy to me, bros. Maybe they need a more spicy chant, like, ho ho, no, ho ho on the tape, we support the child rape. Something like that. Something a bit more catchy, right? Like, they're also at, Canary Wharf. Now, the Stand Up to Racism protesters, of course, are very, very easy to identify because they all have these freshly printed signs which turn up by truck before every single protest. Who pays for them? Well, we do, of course, right? Like the taxpayer pays for it. Why not?
Say clear! Refugees are welcome here! Say loud, say clear! Refugees are welcome here! Say loud, say clear! Refugees are welcome here! No borders, no nation!
Yeah, we did a chant. Oh my god, these people are fucking pathetic. Honestly, just look at this bullshit.
Stop deportation! No borders, no nation! Stop deportation! No borders, no nation! Stop deportation! Woo!
What fucking deportations? I don't think we're allowed to deport anyone from the UK. What the fuck are you talking about? Oh, but if we were allowed to deport people, we'd, absolutely be against that. What's this? Saving children's your disguise. Oh, someone's written this. Saving children's your disguise. You are Nazis organized. Wow. I wonder how many hours it took them to come up with that one, bros. Like, we really need to talk about how anyone opposing the widespread replacement of the English and being against child rape is like a Nazi, bro. Like, it's, oh my god, it's just like World War II, man. I swear to god, I think these people just live in a Marvel movie 24/7. Yep. You are Nazis organized. Yep. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. The boomer waffen are out in. It's just normal people, right? Like, it's just normal. It's so obvious. It's just normal people, right? Now, the private security, of course, are not just there to protect the sort of Antifa stand up to racism people, but also to start shit with the other side. Once shit has been started, of course, the police then have a reason to break it up and issue an exclusion order because the protest is no longer peaceful. This has been the playbook for like ages, but people seem to be getting wise to it now, and I'm not sure it's working as well as it used to.
Yeah, I am. Why
are you getting so angry for? What do you mean off you go? I'm just standing
here,
mate.
What
do you mean off you? I'm just standing here. Bye-bye, mate.
Now don't be supporting gas chambers, mate. No, trust me, that's what happened. You don't defend your wife. Your wife got attacked during the riot. Your wife got attacked by the fascists. You couldn't protect her.
The irony here is palpable, right? Look at the security people, the SUTR, right? They're like massive skinheads, right? Like exactly the kind of people that everyone's supposed to be afraid of, right? Like, oh, it's fine. He's got a security license, bros, right? He can't be a proper skinhead. This guy apparently has a long pedigree doing this kind of shit. He basically like shows up and tries to start fights with the other side. Once a fight has been started, the police swoop in and shut everything down.
No, that's fine. Yeah. Harassment here, mate.
He's not harassing you.
Well, what's he doing? I'm just standing. He's putting his hands out at me.
Looks like that adults. Come on, we can sort this out. He's allowed to film. You're allowed to.
I don't think it was an adult. Right?
There you go, mate. There's the law.
Head that up. I feel threatened now.
You feel threatened, mate. You're following me around, mate. Mate,
are we going to stand here all day?
We're licensed
security. Yeah, but he can film. He can film.
No, that's public security, mate. Not you.
We can't stop him.
We can stop him doing what
No, you can't stop him.
He's taken away.
You can't stop him. He's allowed to be here, so you guys allowed to be here.
We're not arguing that, but it is provocative.
Yeah, but
his presence
doing that as well is also.
Alright, his presence here is provocative.
I mean, come on, it's to be expected, guys. Yeah, it's to be expected.
His presence here is
You're not one of them.
what, and the
You're
consequences
both sides.
which is why you've kept us apart. Which is why you've kept us apart. I didn't say he wasn't allowed. I said his presence is provocative.
Oh, mate, don't be silly. You're smart with that, mate.
Come on to some of them fucking places. Stop doing fucking. No, I didn't do nothing wrong. I wanted you up in there. I wanted you up in. You want to up in. Don't say job on what coming up here. Job on. Don't say sit. Job on.
Indeed, as Proper Pictures mentioned, that guy, the bald scroach head, is a proper communist. You see him at the Marxism festivals. He's connected to the Socialist Workers' Party. Proper Pictures says that he was one of the guys that kicked him out of the Marxism. What was it? It was the Marxism conference or whatever. Marxist festival. Oh, it's a Marxist festival. Yay! I bet it was a great time. Proper Pictures. Now, according to Count Dankula, who I would definitely trust in this circumstance, guy's name is Paul Sillett, and he's a paid operative professional protester that gets bussed all over the country and told to target specific protesters that the cops want to arrest. He goes up to the targets and cocks his hand or his sign back as if he's about to throw a punch or hit them with his sign to bait the target into defending themselves. He then denies trying to hit them, and the cops will say, we never saw him try to hit you, but we magically saw you hit him, even though both events were about 0.3 seconds apart. The target then gets arrested and hit with heavy charges. He's paid to do this. He is a Fed. There's tons of there's so many Feds, right? Like, you know, this is how we roll, right? Shit is still going on in Epping as well. The migrant hotel hasn't been closed down, despite the council voting unanimously to close it. I imagine the government's just going to say, nah, screw you, right? If this starts happening in more councils, then this is going to create like a sort of very, very weird imbalance where the councils are going to basically keep saying to the central government, you've got to stop doing this. And the central government will say, well, no, screw you. right? Definitely have the better chance on this one. Look at how many police there are, right? Like policing this. This is not going to be cheap. Obviously, the government has infinite money, so they don't really care. But in terms of the number of police being tied up doing this, it looks like it's a significant number. And if this keeps going on and if this keeps spreading, there is a danger that the police force will wind up being saturated and the number of police will just, it'll just start going down. Obviously, this is, the one thing that the government does not want to happen. Livia believes 500 police. Fuck, mate. That is a lot of cops, man. That's, I think that's even more than they had, like, in Hyde Park during the COVID troubles. That is a lot of bacon. These are a sort of selection of the glowies here from Antifa Public Watch. Good follow. Give them a follow. They're always like watching. You see a bunch of these guys. They're always wearing these sunglasses and stuff. Usually masked, although apparently people manage to pull their masks off. I would not be at all surprised if these are actually video sunglasses that are recording, and they're basically there to like spy on the protesters. People are trying to like track down who these people are. I would hazard a guess they're probably police, right? Like, like, I mean, just look at this, right? Like, they don't have the sort of typical soy build. Look at this guy, he fucking looks jacked. The proper Antifa, they're very soy pilled. You know what I mean, right? These guys look like relatively fit. Like they work out. They look like cops, right? Or possibly like ex-police or private security, right? The possibilities are endless. But despite the efforts of Antifa and their associated government glowies, there does not seem to have been any real unrest, which means that the cops have not been able to shut it down, which means that the protests keep on going. However, that has not stopped the police just, randomly arresting people as they do. I don't know where the fuck is this from? Leicester. Don't talk back to the cops. They'll just arrest you because, why the hell not?
It doesn't correlate.
Yeah.
Yes, darling.
Conversation with you.
A conversation or an interrogation, darling?
Conversation initially. Obviously, I'd want to do just out of the way, just away from these.
No,
can I film you? Yeah.
No, I want you to be with me all the time. This is my advocate.
I'll film all of the conversations with you guys. Yeah. Thank you very much.
I've not done anything illegal.
Okay. The reason I ask that is because I'm going to be asking for some personal details.
No, I'm going to leave.
You don't have to give no personal details.
Okay.
Are you going to arrest me?
Yes, you're under arrest.
If you're
you can't arrest her.
You give my details.
You can't arrest her for what? She hasn't done anything. I've got it all on camera. I've got it all on camera. Fucking jokers. You've got a baby with her as well. Wow.
Give a detail.
Wow. Wow. Look at this guy. Two-tier police in court again. Court again.
Can you put it in my bra? Don't worry if you touch me up. Just put it in.
Two-tier police in court again. And they're being rough with her. Disgusting. It's all on camera, mate. She ain't done anything. You're wrong. You're inherently wrong in this. It's all on camera. This ain't a good look for Leicester Police Force. I'm telling you that. There ain't no common assault.
I've not done anything.
Wow.
I don't know why anyone's surprised at this point, right? You always see these people with the camera being like, oh, wow. I just, like, really? Like, you are surprised. Like really? I would just be like, oh, yeah, that's about par of the course. This is independent journalist Sydney Jones, also a good follow, having her room tossed after her friend, boyfriend, I don't know, her colleague was arrested for, I don't know, he like said something wrong basically.
Oh, 4 officers in my room. All I want to do is get dressed. Yeah, please do, and hurry up, because I want to get dressed and I want to get ready for the day. You've been in there for 20, 30 minutes. Yeah, I'm nearly finished and then we'll be out in there.
Yeah, get the fuck out of my house as quick as you can, please.
Yes, please. We will.
Now, a lot of this stuff, as far as I can tell, is basically just intelligence gathering, right? Even if the cops don't have anything like on you, they'll just say they do. They'll have a sticky beak through your stuff, right? Have a go through your phone, right? Like, they're just keeping an eye on you, right? And then, if later on the charges turn out to be bogus, well, they've still got all the information. I am seeing this increasingly. And of course, elite police squad to monitor anti-migrant posts on social media. Now, this, I think, is a sort of a real giveaway on the kind of tactics that they're using, since the government refuses to address the fundamental grievances that are causing the social unrest. They are instead basically trying to arrest anyone who is like a thought leader, or, anyone who's like organizing protests. Although, again, to say that they're organizing is pretty loose. A lot of these things are just, organized on social media, but still, right, like, they want to take them down. Elite police squad to monitor anti-migrant posts on social media. Concerns for free speech mount. This is such a classically English way of framing everything, right? Concerns for free speech mount. Oh, if we're not careful, soon we might not have freedom of speech. We better do something soon. Not now. It's like, this is a classic English thing, right? Like, the car has careened off the cliff, and the people in the car are like, oh, if we don't do something soon, we might drive off the edge of that cliff, and that would be like terrible. An elite team of police officers is to monitor social media for anti-migrant sentiment amid fears of summer riots. Look, we are just one Southport away, right? Or even half a Southport away from widespread civil unrest, okay? Everybody knows it, right? Like, if there is another fucking Southport this summer, this whole fucking thing is gonna explode. And they'll have not just one, migrant hotel being attacked. They will have tons of them. And the real question is, do they even have enough police to control a situation like that? So this is what this is for. This is in case there is another Southport. This group of elite police will be in there to make sure that all of the rapey and stabby migrants are protected, which of course is the most important thing of all to the government. Detectives will be drawn from forces across the country to take part in new investigations unit that will flag up early signs of potential civil unrest. Aren't those detectives needed for, like, oh, I don't know, solving crimes? No, fuck you. Fuck you and your crimes, and, right, like, in your safety, right? Like, I mean, and this is what I mean, right? The UK police force is already stretched and is already basically fucking useless, right? To the point where it's a running joke in London now, where people just don't even bother, like, calling the police anymore, because, what are they going to do? They're going to do fucking, like, nothing, right? This means, by the way, that from the police's point of view, crime stats continue to go down because no one's reporting the crimes, right? So, the people in Westminster are like, oh, we're doing an excellent job, and everybody else is like, this is just insane. The division assembled by the Home Office will aim to maximize social media intelligence gathering after police forces were criticized over their response to last year's riots. I mean, they were criticized because they didn't fucking do anything. I mean, oh God, this is insane. It comes amid growing concern that Britain is facing another summer of disorder. Well, yes. Why didn't you do something about it before all of this kicked off? Look, don't worry about it. Angela Rayner warned Cabinet last week that the government must act to address the real concerns that people have about immigration. You will notice the framing of that comment, by the way. She didn't say that we need to decrease immigration. She said that we must act to address the real concern. We must say the right things, right? This is the fundamental problem. They cannot or will not address the actual underlying problem. So, sow the wind, reap the whirlwind. Yes, the opposition who are fake and gay said some words. Other people said some words. Yay, government said some words. But, I mean, you know, this is pretty strong. Labor is scared of the public. Labor don't trust the public. Labor don't even know the public. Well, that's fucking rich from the Conservatives. Who was it who did the Boris wave? Haven't even gotten an apology for the fucking Boris wave. Farage, of course, is like making hay, you know, blah, 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 blah. The new unit called the National Internet Intelligence Investigations Team will work out of the National Police Coordination Centre in Westminster. So it'll be another Westminster bubble. Law enforcement, glow unit, monitoring people's social media posts. Awesome. Awesome. Provide central planning for forces across the country when dealing with nationally significant protests and civil disorder. They're just waiting for another Southport, right? They know it's coming, right? And not only that, if there are any bad actors who really want to like kick this shit off, right? Like, you know, like the Muzzies are, you know, like, we need to destabilize the UK. They just need to be like, do one of these things. I would wager a guess that Prevent and all of the anti-radicalization glowies have been whipped about smartly and told that they've got to actually start investigating Muslim terrorists again, because if one more of these things happens, mate, it's going to take more than some strong words from Starmer to fucking like stop this shit, right? And speaking of which, they did an investigation after Southport, and the conclusion that they came to was that policing hasn't kept pace with the fast-developing nature of online communications. Not that there's too much immigration, right? No. And was too passive in the face of online misinformation, bros. It was the misinformation that did it, not the killings, right? It was the misinformation, right? Oh, for God's sake. It's just... And speaking of which, the new online safety bill is in effect, bros. There are now age checks on adult content. What, you mean porn? Well, yes, but also, you know, disturbing images of, I don't know, rioting and people being angry at the government. But it's about protecting the kids from porn. No, it's not. It's not about protecting the kids from porn. That is how they wrap it. This is really about stopping images of bad shit getting out there that the government does not like. From July 25th, websites and apps will be required to protect children by filtering out harmful content and verifying ages. Filtering out the harmful content, of course, is the important part. Companies within the scope of the Act must introduce safety measures to protect children from harmful content. This means all pornography sites must have in place rigorous age-checking procedures, which you can easily get around with a VPN. Ofcom, the UK communications regulator, and the Act's enforcement found that 8% of children had visited an online pornography site or app in a month-long period. 8%? That's not that many. Whatever, right? Like, you know, look, they'll just fucking say anything, right? Social media platforms and large search engines, algos must filter out harmful material. All sites and apps must have procedures for taking down dangerous content quickly, and children must have a straightforward way to report concerns. So they're basically trying to get back to COVID Twitter, right? But they want it for like the whole internet. And of course, the thing that they really, really want it for is civil unrest because of mass immigration. Now, this has had an effect on Twitter. Basically, they've got no way of really determining your age yet. They said they're like working on it. So basically at the moment, if you are in the UK and browsing Twitter, you start getting shit like this. Now you might ask yourself, Chris, what was the horrible thing that you were looking up that caused you to get this message? Well, I'm ashamed to admit it, but I was looking up some very spicy footage of Ursula von der Leyen and Donald Trump announcing the EU-US trade deal. Yes, that's what got restricted. So it's retarded. See, look at this, right? Like, I'm not lying. Look at the replies. The grandest of all pacts herald a new era. We embrace this monumental accord, right? You know, Trump is the best. Trump just iced out Russia, right? This, you know, very, very clearly, right? Like, harmful content. Yeah, so God, I hate this so much.
One of the things I'm very, very aware of is that one of the challenges that parents face is that parents didn't grow up in an age where there were smartphones and apps and social media. I didn't, you didn't. So that means that you didn't have the inherited experience of being parented in that world, so you don't grow up with the innate knowledge and the vocabulary and the relationship issues that come with trying to set boundaries and having boundaries set for you as children. For us, it was all in the offline world. So if you were 18 or 19 now, you were born the year that the iPhone was released. So you've only known a life of smartphones, but their parents have only known a life without them. So whereas they were children themselves. So we have to have this big issue. Now, I owe a huge apology on behalf of society and every government that's gone before for every child who is over the age of 13 now, because they have been exposed to hateful, violent, misogynistic and pornographic material, not because the children go looking for it, but because it finds them.
The algorithm,
that's how bad it's become.
the algorithm of these for profit.
Look at these boomers. Fucking trying to wrap their heads around the modern internet. Like, it's insane. By the way, please donate Earth monies for my therapy beers. And it looks like you got to get another stream deck as well since the last one died.
We need Earth monies to appear as normal Earth pigs. Mini Moose, how much have we earned?
Because tuna is actually worth a lot now. Don't know when that clip is from. The 90s. It was a simpler time. You can donate via Rumble Rants or Entropy or send Odyssey coins or crypto. You can even send crypto if you want to send crypto. There is linkies in the description. Although YouTube has taken my ability to put click-through links in the descriptions of my video because apparently it doesn't. Look, they just want me to send in my ID and stuff. I'll get right on that, YouTube. Oh, any day now, Mr. YouTube, right? For my whole 20 to 30 views per episode, I'll absolutely soft dox myself to YouTube. Bitch, please. So what does the UK Online Safety Act mean? It is 250 pages of confusing legalese. Oh, we got another entropy. $3 from Mikey Bikey for beer of therapy. Thank you very much, Mikey Bikey. Let me try and get a fucking sticker up without my bloody stream deck. Have a smoking dollar sign. Thank you very much, Mikey Bikey. Much appreciated. It's 250 pages of confusing legalese. Its vague wording leaves even experts unclear on its full requirements. Because, look, this is a feature, not a bug, right? You write unclear legislation so that you can interpret it on the fly. That's the way this is done. Experts have derided it as incoherent and authoritarian by design. Its alleged goal is to protect children, but the approach is so broad it ends up undermining the very freedom it claims to defend. Again, this is a bug. This is a feature, not a bug. It creates a new duty of care on all online services to police user content. This means that platforms must proactively detect and remove illegal and harmful content. What defines illegal and harmful content? Who knows? That's one of the great things about this bill. Age verification, obviously, and private messaging apps must scan messages for banned content. Now, this, I think, is probably going to wind up in court before this actually gets implemented. There are all kinds of ways that the cops can get into your private messages. WhatsApp, in particular, although it is encrypted, it backs up all the stuff to your phone in plain text. So therefore, if the cops can get hold of your handset, your entire WhatsApp history is there in the backup. And most people are not aware of this. The Act pressures encrypted apps like WhatsApp and Signals who monitor user chats for illegal content, which experts say could require breaking end-to-end encryption. Ofcom claims it won't enforce this immediately, but the legal power remains. Yeah, they're not functionally going to get WhatsApp and Signal to do this. The Americans are going to be are not going to be happy about this, right? They need highly effective age verification. What does that mean? Face scans, government IDs. they've already been doing the face scans. People have been getting around it by like using video game characters like Death Stranding and all this kind of like other stuff. But don't worry, these are just the teething problems. I am sure that they will make it better. Except no, they won't, because it's the government, which means it's gonna like suck ass, right? And of course, they'll put all these verified users on a database somewhere, which will then get hacked and leaked. Will it make us safer? It'll make the government safer, allegedly, right? Which is, of course, the entire point. A UK survey of IT professionals found that just 14% believe the law is fit for purpose, and that 14% of people all work for the government. Ratfun King, Apple has already filed a lawsuit. Yes, I'm pretty sure that these lawsuits are going to like rumble through, and it's not going to get much worse. I don't know. So there are new offenses for serious psychological harm, whatever that means. Look, it just means they can shut down like whatever they don't like, right? Like that's basically what it is. Ofcom can now order takedowns and block entire websites for non-compliance. Use a VPN, right? Although it is fucking annoying that having to use like a VPN in another country, it slows down your connection. It's very, very hard to stream over a VPN connection, but right, the government doesn't care, obviously. And of course, there is a danger that this model will be rolled out to other countries. Wikipedia is already suing because apparently just some of the stuff on Wikipedia breaches the act. So, great. It's already been censoring people, obviously. The immediate response was for VPN demand to skyrocket. Proton VPN confirmed an hourly increase of signups over 1,400%. It's fine, right? There's no unintended consequences. So it's bullish for VPNs. But don't worry, bros. Labor's on the case. They have suggested that they might just ban VPNs. I mean, right, okay. Allegedly, the plan is to write some law and then just start suing VPN companies in the UK, in which case they'll all go offshore. Winner. This is so fucking retarded. This is so look, the Chinese couldn't stop VPNs, right? I don't think the fucking Labor's going to do it. They have been mulling over this, by the way, for a while. They are, of course, dismayed that people would try and get around their restrictive censorship bullshit. Speaking in a Commons debate on Monday, Ms. Champion, of course it's a woman, said she was worried children could use VPNs to bypass new age verification controls included in the government's bill. Oh, think of the children. What about all of the people who aren't children? Ah, well, fuck you, I guess, right? This is going to piss so many people off. There's a petition already up to repeal the bill. That's I think at like 300,000 signatures. The government obviously won't take any notice, but anyway. And also there's this the ADL. Just in case Americans you feel a bit left out, don't worry. The ADL is on the case trying to pass a new bill to outlaw anti-Semitism called the Stop Hate Act. Awesome.
This bipartisan legislation will require social media companies to release detailed public reports of violations of their terms of service and to outline how they're addressing these violations, which includes the use of their platforms by terrorist groups. Every day companies fail to report this information, it will result in a $5 million fine. Social media companies can no longer hide the crimes that take place on their platforms, especially when they pose a threat to America's national security. And we're very proud this bill has the backing of the Anti-Defamation League.
I saw anti-Semitism for the first time when I was 15 years old. I had good parents who taught me it was wrong, but it left a lasting impression on seeing my first incident as a teenager. And if you're on my social media, you see it every day from people that are responding back with what I consider is clearly anti-Semitic kind of messages on social media. I even saw.
Well, there you go, Mero Bros. You did have a First Amendment that was supposed to be universal, but not in this case. I honestly don't think this bill has a chance to get through, to be perfectly honest, especially with the Supreme Court as the way it is, but you never know. Now, Trump is in the UK at the moment. A bunch of people lined up to see him land at his golf course in Scotland. And he then announced that the EU and the US will agree to a trade deal with 15% tariffs for European exports to America. No extra tariffs on the American side to Europe, but Europe already has a bunch of tariffs on US stuff. Apparently, it's going to be a flat, is it 15% on the way, the other way? Trump had threatened to implement 30% tariffs on Friday, but this was avoided. He's been going around doing like trade deals with like a bunch of people. Trump has said, we have reached a deal. It's a good deal for everybody. It's going to bring us closer together. Now, that clip that Twitter wouldn't show me, by the way, was basically like Trump with von der Leyen. And von der Leyen was taking the piss out of him very, very low key, basically saying, yes, it's a big deal. It's a great deal. Right? Like just, sort of echoing Trump. And from the look on Trump's face, he knew that she was trying to take the piss out of him. And he was like, yeah, suck it up, right? The EU also said that it would boost its investment in the US by $600 billion, including American military equipment, and spend $750 billion on energy. Now, this is important, right? This is what this is really about. As I was saying in the opener, the EU has decided that they have to go to war with Russia. Why? Shut up, you're racist. Don't ask questions, right? Putla, right? Like World War II demands it. Wasn't World War II like 80 years ago? Shut up, you're racist, right? Just, they could just restart the remaining Nord Stream pipeline, right? There is one pipeline in Nord Stream that's still completely functioning, right? But to do that, they'd have to negotiate with the Russians, and of course, that's not going to happen. So Europe will now run off American LNG, and they will use that to restart their industrial sector and buy a shitload of weapons from the Americans, which they can then give to Ukraine. Allegedly, 25% of the new EU budget is going towards Ukraine, which is an insane amount of money, but, nothing less for the global elites. This is Trump and von der Leyen.
European Union is going to agree to purchase from the United States $750 billion worth of energy. $750 billion worth of energy. They are going to agree to invest into the United States $600 billion more than they're investing already. So they're investing a large amount of money. You know what that amount of money is. It's very substantial, but they're going to invest an additional $600 billion. They're agreeing to open up their countries to trade at zero tariff. So that's a very big factor. Opening up their countries, all of the countries will be opened up to trade with the United States at zero tariff. And they're agreeing to purchase a vast amount of military equipment. We don't know what that number is, but it's the good news is we make the best military equipment in the world, so sort of you have to do that. I mean, until somebody tops us, which is not going to happen. We're way ahead of every other country.
So I guess buy Lockheed Martin, buy Raytheon. It's going to be bullish for US defense stocks. Now, this allegedly is part of the new EU budget. Hungary's Orban was very, very scathing about this, basically saying that he won't vote for it, which means that the EU, I think, is about to finally do that thing that they've been trying to do for ages, of removing the requirement for unanimity among all of their member states to make policy decisions. They have been trying to break the will of Hungary for quite a while. Take more migrants, do more LGBT, like all this kind of like stuff, right?
Az Európai Unió közzétette a 7 éves költségvetés tervezetét is. Vaskos olvasmány. Ha valaki átrágja magát rajta, láthatja, hogy ez egy háborús költségvetés. Minden, ami szerepel benne, a háború logikája szerint fogalmazódott meg. A pénz 20%-a Ukrajnába megy, és amennyi pénz maradna, azt nem fejlődésre, mezőgazdaságra vagy gazdákra költsük, hanem háborús készülődésre. Ez a költségvetés egy olyan Európai Unióról szól, amely háborúban áll Oroszországgal. Ukrajna területén háborúzik Oroszországgal. Ez egy olyan Európai Unió költségvetése, amely le akarja győzni Oroszországot Ukrajna területén, abban a reményben, hogy a háborús vereség megrendíti az orosz kormányzati rendszert. Ez utat nyit egy hatalomváltásnak, ez meg majd utat nyit a liberális politika előtt, és indulhat a biznisz. Röviden így tudom összefoglalni a választ a miért kérdésére. Magyarország nem érdekelt egy háborús költségvetésben, nekünk egy békét és fejlődést támogató költségvetés kell, ezért a bemutatott tervezetet tárgyalási alapnak sem fogadjuk el.
So yeah, Orbán is not having that. And yeah, apparently 20% of the new EU budget goes to Ukraine, right? Like, dude, fuck me, that's a lot of money. And they don't even, the Ukrainians are like literally running out of soldiers. So either they're going to hire like a whole shitload of mercenaries, right? Or, and I increasingly think this is the play, they're going to try as hard as possible to bring the EU and NATO into the war. Although this hasn't worked for 3 years. The Russians have been, you know, extremely adept at avoiding anything that could bring NATO or other countries into the war.
Úgy hívják, hogy az Európai Unió költségvetése, de nem. Ez valójában egy ukrán költségvetés, mert arra az alapgondolatra épül, hogy az Európai Uniónak Ukrajna a része. Sőt, Ukrajna beillesztését tartja ez a költségvetés legfontosabbnak. Az összes pénz 20-25%-a ebből a költségvetésből az automatikusan Ukrajnába megy.
Ez a probléma akkor vele, hogy az ukránok kapják meg fegyverre újra.
Van az első, hogy Ukrajnába megy, a 20-25%-a a pénznek. A második probléma, hogy 10-11%-a korábban fölvett hitelek kamattörlesztésére megy. Ez azt jelenti, hogy ennek a költségvetésnek akármilyen nagy számot is írtak a fedőlapra, ennek kb. 30-32%-a tulajdonképpen nem létezik.
Oh yes, I forgot that there are people who are not watching. Victorian Time Traveler, look, Viktor Orbán is basically saying that essentially 30-35% of the EU's budget is basically non-existent because it's going 20-25% is going to Ukraine and another like 11% is going to pay off debts. There's also going to be presumably like another 15% going on like refugees. And then I guess the other 50% will get spent in Brussels. So it's a massive shit show. We got another super chat from Kermie, $5. This should cover about half of a beer on your island. Thank you very, very much, Kermie. Indeed, I'll make sure to buy half a beer with that. Fucking dude. Oh, God. I appreciate the super chat, though, Kermie. Thank you so much. Now, finally, I just... Starmer was meeting with Trump today, and... oh, my God, what a shit show this is. Like, Starmer is increasingly making this face. Right? Like, just, it is becoming sort of his signature look now, right? Where he is caught in the headlights. He realizes that the entire ship is going down, and he is going to be at the helm when it does. And everyone's going to blame him, and all of his protestations about, oh, no, like, you know, the ship was, like, broken when I found it, is not really going to help. Enjoy.
Prime Minister, the President makes it look easy dealing with illegal migration. You must be envious of his record in such a short period of time.
Well, I think we've been discussing illegal migration is a huge issue in both our countries. In the United Kingdom, it is a real cause for concern, and that's why we must bear down on it in all its aspects, upstream, across Europe, where a lot of ours
dealing with illegal migration. Just look at him, fucking just struggling for an answer. He was not expecting a question like that, right? Oh, you must be jealous of like how easily Trump deals with illegal migration. This is Trump slagging off Sadiq Khan. I am totally here for it.
Fan of your mayor. I think he's done a terrible job. The mayor of London, but a nasty person. I think he's done it. I think no. I think
he's a friend of mine, right?
No, I think he's done a terrible job. But I would certainly visit London. Yeah.
He's a nasty person. Well, he is. Sadiq Khan is a fucking nasty person, right? He's a horrible bastard. And like, Trump just has the balls to say it. And finally, to finish off, oh my god, just check this out. So someone pulled a clip of just Starmer's like facial reactions as Trump talks. Just look at this. Look at this guy's face. We are so fucking screwed. Oh, rhetorically defective. Good to see you, man. I think you'll be on Discord and Dragons tonight. Have a newcomer to the Discord and Dragons arena. Come along and watch. Should be fun.
Well, I do know he wants to cut taxes as much as he can. And, you know, politics is pretty simple. It's I assume there's a thing going on between you and Nigel, and it's okay. You know, it's two parties. But generally speaking, the one who cuts taxes the most, the one who gives you the lowest energy prices and the best kind of energy, the one that keeps you out of wars, he's kept you out of wars, but the one that keeps you out of wars, you know, you have a few basics, and you can go back 1,000 years, 1,000,000 years, whoever does these things. But low taxes, keep us safe, keep us out of wars, no crime, stop the crime. And in your case, a big immigration component, you know, because I know that your attitude has become strong on immigration, strong on the toughness of immigration. But I think whoever's going to be, I think I won because we had a lousy president, to be honest with you. We had an incompetent president. But I won because I was very strong on immigration. Now, we had inflation. We had sort of a bad economy with this guy. We had a lot of problems, but I focused on immigration more than I did anything else. And I think I won because of immigration. I think I won because of the border. I had a bad border where millions of people were coming in to our country illegally. And as you know, in last month, 0 people came into our country illegally, 0. So we went from a bad, incompetently run border to the most competently run border that anybody's ever seen.
Look at that gormless fuck. Oh my god. Oh man. Who's really running the country? That's what I want. It can't be this fucking guy. Oh my god. Yeah, oh mate, he's just got those like traumatized eyes. I wonder if some Ukrainians kicked in his back door again, right? He's gonna show up with like a black eye in a couple of days. Be like, I slipped and fell in the shower, right? Like, I mean, honestly, someone like here, you probably wouldn't even have to like punch him in the face, right? You'd just be like, you know, the CIA has basically said you got to do this thing. Oh yes, I'll absolutely do the thing. Remember, we've got all those tapes with you and those Ukrainian rent boys. Oh yes, please don't release the tapes. I'll do whatever you want to. How many white people do you want me to kill? Oh, bloody hell. Anyway. That's all the news. You know what that means, bros. It's time for some cringe. If I can find the right window. Little OC for you there. Straight to Gulag. I hear the Gulag's very nice this time of year, actually. Oh my god. So they're already pivoting to be like, what if Ghislaine Maxwell was actually the victim in all of this, bros, right? What if she was the victim, right? Like, but hashtag believe all Ghislaines, right? This is fucking coming down the pipe. This is coming down the pipe, right? You know it. She's gonna come out, and Trump will be like, you know, we now have a list of people that we can safely demonize. I'm in the list. Well, not really. It was the Democrats. Ah, oh, come on. Fuck you, Twitter. Fuck you. Why must you do this to me, Twitter? Look what they did to my boy. Twitter's like really fucking running like garbage recently, right? Okay, hang on. I will have to develop an alternate URL. Fortunately, Xcancel is usually pretty good for this.
And she's also been subpoenaed by the Oversight Committee. I think this is great. I do have a feeling that she just might be a victim. She just might be. There was a rush to judgment. There was a lot of chaos there for a while. All right, granted, she hung out with Jeffrey Epstein, and I know that's apparently not good, but she's in jail.
Yes, she hung out with Jeffrey Epstein. She was literally married to him. I mean, I guess you could say they were hanging out, right? And she was just hanging. She she used to just crash on his couch occasionally, right? You know. Oh, for fuck's sake! Oh, you know it's coming, bros. You know it's coming. Right. This is some top fucking cringe.
The president's a fucking criminal and turn the GOP into a cult. You'll never meet a bigger hypocrite than a Christian who's conservative. The president is not a fucking king. We'll never bend a knee or kiss the ring. Watching our history repeat again. It's an American embarrassment.
Yeah, someone thinks they're Green Day. Don't give up your day job would be my. Oh my god! Look at this bullshit. Oh my god.
MAGA man, if you're so free, then you should be able to wear a dress for a day, right? So go on, put a dress on. Wear a dress for a whole day. I challenge you.
No! I will not participate in your faggotry! Fuck right off. What's this? Oh my god, so this was a real thing that happened, right? Some Indian guy on a plane out of Luton went all Allahu Akbar. I think basically he didn't want to go back to India, right? And this is his way of sort of getting arrested and staying in the UK.
Going to bomb the plane. Dead to America, dead to Trump. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar.
Oh my god. You got sit down. Don't move.
Fucking husband.
Allahu Akbar, sir. I have Google gift card bombs in my backpack. There was no bomb. It was just bullshit. I'm pretty sure this dude just wanted to be arrested. You know, maybe he got a text from his arranged marriage back in India, and he's like, I am not going back to marry that crazy hag. How can I possibly stay in the UK? I know I have an excellent idea. I will toss all my Amazon gift cards in the air. Fucking crazy, man. Oh, okay, we got some like base videos. This is great. This is like just Trump ragging on the UK.
On immigration, you better get your act together, or you're not going to have Europe anymore. You got to get your act together. And we, you know, as you know, last month we had nobody entering our country. Nobody. Shut it down. And we took out a lot of bad people that got there with Biden. Biden was a total stiff. And what he allowed to happen, but you're allowing it to happen to your countries. And you got to stop this horrible invasion that's happening to Europe, many countries in Europe. Some people, some leaders have not let it happen. And they're not getting the proper credit they should. I could name them to you right now, but I'm not going to embarrass the other ones. But stop. This immigration is killing Europe. On immigration, you better...
Oh, you can't say that. How dare you say that, President Trump? Immigration is our greatest strength, don't you know? Is Trump ragging on windmills? Von der Leyen. I love this shit.
Try. I will say this, you know, they did ask me when I got off the plane, immigration, Europe has a tremendous problem, and we do too, but we've sealed our borders. We have nobody coming in, and we have hundreds of thousands of people being taken out, and the bad ones first. And I think we're doing a very good job of that. But we had, I mean, it literally registered 0 people last month. You probably saw that, nobody. And Europe has a very similar problem. I think they're going to end up in the same place. You might as well go there quicker. And the other thing I say to Europe, we will not allow a windmill to be built in the United States. They're killing us. They're killing the beauty of our scenery, our valleys, our beautiful plains. And I'm not talking about airplanes. I'm talking about beautiful plains, beautiful areas in the United States. And you look up and you see windmills all over the place. It's a horrible thing. It's the most expensive form of energy. It's no good. They're made in China, almost all of them. When they start to rust and rot in 8 years, you can't really turn them off. You can't bury them. They won't let you bury the propellers, you know, the props, because there's a certain type of fiber that doesn't go well with the land. That's what they say. The environmentalists say you can't bury them because the fiber doesn't go well with the land. In other words, if you bury it, it will harm our soil. The whole thing is a con job. It's very expensive. And in all fairness, Germany tried it, and wind doesn't work. You need subsidy for wind, and energy should not need subsidy. With energy, you make money. You don't lose money. But more important than that is it ruins the landscape. It kills the birds. They're noisy. You know, you have a certain place in the Massachusetts area that over the last 20 years had 1 or 2 whales wash ashore, and over the last short period of time, they had 18.
Oh man, I just love how he says what we're all thinking. What else have we got? Oh yeah, so this is Peter Hitchens. Way back in the day. Wait, was this recent or wait? I can't remember. I don't know whether this is like recent or not. Peter Hitchens BTFOing the libs on mass migration.
Peter will hear the sound of the barn door closing as the horse has bolted.
Oh, well, evidently, but you hear that all the time. The thing that I find most objectionable about this is that having been showered with buckets of slime and hosed down with abuse by people on the left for saying exactly this for 15 years, I now have to sit here and watch these people try and get political credit for discovering that people like me were right all along, the people whom they slimed and smeared. The Labour Party is a party of bourgeois, bohemian, metropolitan trendies, which loves having servants, cheap restaurants, cheap waiters, and all the things that they benefit from in the fat lives they lead in the capital. But it also relies on the votes of people who actually don't benefit from immigration, and it's discovered that if it's going to survive and if it's going to get back into office, it's going to have to grovel to them. It doesn't make any difference. The damage is already done. And also, you haven't admitted the other thing, which your former speechwriter, or rather New Labour's former speechwriter, Andrew Nether, admitted in the Evening Standard some years ago, which is that this was a deliberate policy to transform the country. And you meant it to be so.
Well,
you've done it now.
Raised a number of
there's
points.
no point saying, oh, we're sorry now we did that. You're not sorry at all. What you're sorry about is it's cost you
I don't know where
popularity.
you start reacting to that, but...
Yes, apparently this is not recent. Andrew Neil Show, thank you very much, Olivia. It does look a bit old. I thought the tweet would tell me when it came from exactly. But yes, anyway. Time for some funny videos for you now. A bit of cultural enrichment. This guy's basically traveling the world annoying people with bagpipes.
Oh! You're welcome, bro.
You're welcome, bro. What else have we got? Okay.
Hey babe, I'm home from work. Hey baby, I got us a pizza. It's on the counter. I thought I'd try that new pizza place down the street who also puts fucking beans on top of everything that we fucking...
That is a real thing that that happens in the UK all the time. Beans on everything, bros. Don't know what this is.
Listen, you think you got it bad? You could be this guy. You only get laid once, you only get eaten once, it takes you 4 minutes to get hard and only 2 minutes to get soft, and you get to share your box with 11 other fucking guys, and the worst part of it all? The only chick that ever sat on your face was your own mother. So cheer up, buttercup. Could be a lot worse. Have a good day.
I thought this is pretty good. Fuentes clip.
I'm totally black-pilled. I'm black-pilled. It's over. The country's over. Your life is over. We're all going to die. It's over. Israel controls the country. Jews control the country. Nigs are coming in. They're killing you. Everything's gay. Everything sucks. Star Wars sucks. Legos suck. McDonald's sucks. Chicago sucks. Traffic sucks. The mayor is black and sucks. It's over, dude. Pack it up. Pack up your shit. Get all your shit together. Pack it up. Get the fuck out. It's over. We're black-pilled. We're in the black AF hat, and we're waiting for Hitler to come back.
I think this is like Saudi Arabian Star Wars or something. Yes, from the Lost Star Wars movie. We haven't heard from George Floyd for a while. Apparently he was resurrected to do a new ad.
A few years ago, I couldn't breathe. But then I started taking this, Comply. Now I breathe just fine.
Side effects of Comply may include dizziness, obedience, improved breathing during police encounters, and sudden respect for authority. Do not resist while taking Comply. Ask your officer if Comply is right for you.
Sounds great. Where do I get some? What else have we got? Right. Weird and cute animal videos for you now.
Your hands don't look like this while you're eating your lunch. You must be a liberal sissy. Must be a sissy boy.
I don't know what that is. I am also confused. Whales?
Holy
It's like the sandworms in June. Right. Cute cats. Everybody likes cute cats.
We got to celebrate our differences. We got to celebrate our differences. Ooga booga doo, ooga booga doo. We got to celebrate our differences. Nacho taco, chimichanga. 'Cause it's beautiful.
Doggos. That would be really fucking annoying. What else we got? Puppies in bath time. Aw, they look like good boys. Right, a couple of really cute ones to finish off.
Everybody loves somebody sometime. Everybody falls in love somehow. Something in your kiss just told me my sometime is now. Everybody finds somebody someplace. There's no telling where love may appear. Something in my heart keeps saying, my someplace is here.
Aww. And our final cute animal video for the night. This is pretty awesome.
Go ahead, get after it. Why are you looking at me like that? You want me to hold it? Pet yourself. You look so mad, bro. There you go. I knew you'd get it. You should do the top of your head, too. Like that. Oh, yeah. See? That's what I'm talking about. Oh, look at that face.
Right, that's the end of the show. Thank you so much for coming, everybody. I'll be on Discord and Dragons tonight in about an hour and a half. Let's say goodbye to everybody in the chat. On Rumble, Full Short, Total Blackout Painting, Sadie Sapiente, Livia Drusilla, Rat Fun King, who else? Yes Eunuch, Mikey Bikey. Thanks very much for the super chats, Mikey. Who else have we got in here? Teabagging Therapist. Excuse me. Edie Wolf. Anybody else? Anybody else? Apologies if there's anyone I forgot. Wyatt's Torch is in there as well. On YouTube, we have Janice, Victorian Time Traveler, Robert Verlinden, Otto Stormhart, Cyberchild Internal Affairs, Dawn Browning, Sunny Jim, Victorian Time Traveler, did we say you before? 007, good to see you, sir. I think that's everyone. Oh, Linda Hunter, Arakeen Green Moon. And Rhetorically Defective was in there as well. Good to see you, mate. I think that. Oh, and the Shade Master. Thank you, by the way. Oh, and Origin Party. Can't forget Senior Party. On Odyssey, you have Highland Fool. And I think that's it. Pretty small on Odyssey tonight. And thank you to the super chatters, MK, Kermie, and Mikey Bikey again. I'll see you all on Discord and Dragons in an hour and a half. Otherwise, have an excellent week, and I'll see you on Thursday night. Good night, everyone.